What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform available today. And if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the place. Guys, 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free right here on this YouTube channel with myself, other TTG Pro Trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons and education that can help you to become a better trader. So take a moment right now, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss any of these lives, but also share this on your own social media. Let's reach out, let's empower, and let's educate as many retail traders and investors as we possibly can. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Welcome, all of you joining us across those different platforms. My goal on these live streams, folks, is actually quite simple. It's to provide you with lessons and education that can help level the playing field and help you to become a better trader. But why should you listen to anything that I say on these live streams? I did not figure any of this stuff out on my own. I started my career working for a hedge fund in New York City, 2007, my very first job right out of college. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the housing market crisis, the stock market crash. But during that time of chaos, I actually went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before they even let me touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through an educational training program. I had access to some of the top trading tools, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders, and that is exactly what the TTG platform is based on now here today. We are going to start off this live stream, guys, with a very special 30-minute Q&A with none other than Mr. Matt Kohrs himself. And then we're going to be talking about the stock market, little weekly recap. What the hell happened today? Major sell-offs in the overall markets. What happened? Why? What happens next? We'll talk all about it. And then later on the live stream, last but certainly not least, I will show you the entire TTG platform and show you exactly what True Trading Group has to offer for those of you that are interested. We'll do that later on the live stream. Right. So without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead. Let's begin our Q&A session. I'd like to introduce to everyone my boy himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Matt Kohrs. Round of applause, everybody, for Matt Kohrs. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Happy to be here.
That's awesome. What's up, man?
Yeah, I've recently been accused of being a bit too immature, so I figured I'd really go down that path and buy myself a voice changer just to see what I can do with it.
Go all the way, dude. Go all the way. Just go all the way. I like we have this steady contrast today. We've got the black background, the white background.
It works. It works.
I like it, man.
I don't know. Mine's like coming in. I don't know. It's like I'm on a beach. This is almost like too much perfect sunlight. This is all.
Yeah, you look good. Look at that.
Artificial lighting that's like probably ruining my eyes. Happy to be here. I mean, the last hour of the day, I think people got super bummed because we saw a bunch of red. But man, if you even just zoom out for a couple days, things are looking good right now, especially in individual stocks. I'm super, super happy. And I'm excited to see what the questions are. I think we're going to have a great conversation.
Yeah, definitely. Always a pleasure to have you on and to get, help answer some of our viewers' questions from multiple perspectives. So gang, everybody that's on the live right now, guys, we're going to start that Q&A right now. Go ahead, guys. You've got Matt and I sitting here. Do not be shy. Ask your questions. Do not be embarrassed. Do not feel like you have a stupid question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing that is stupid is to not ask the question that you have. That is how you learn. And trust me, if you've got a question, I guarantee you somebody else on this live has the exact same one. So, folks, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start that Q&A. Begin typing your questions in chat right now. I traded my plan on SPY puts today, but it ended up not going the way I anticipated. How do you deal with the frustration and of getting out of a trade, thinking it's going to go one way and it doesn't? I think what you really have to just kind of take a step back and just look at it as it's one trade in a basket of many that are going to make up your entire month, and you can't just harp and kill yourself over one trade. It's like you've got to be able to kind of shake off a trade. If you think it's going to go one way, it goes the opposite way. you just make sure you always stick to your risk management. So you make sure that whenever you do take a losing trade, you're not over position size, you're not taking on too much risk than you should be, so that the one losing trade does not cut your legs out from underneath you and kind of ruin your entire month, or even worse, ruin your whole account. So you always want to make sure that your risk management is on point. You always stick to your stop losses. You always make sure that your position size is correct based on the risk that you are taking. And you just want to have to know that it's one trade, and not to get obsessed with one day's P&L. That's something that I tell all of our members, is to not be obsessed with one day's P&L. One day's P&L means nothing. So your P&L today, it doesn't mean anything. Your P&L at the end of the month is what matters. Your P&L at the end of the year is what matters. And if you get so fixated and obsessed with one day's P&L or one trade's P&L, you can really just, send yourself down a downward spiral that can really screw up your entire month.
I have one little thing to add on to that, because I've been in the position, and I wonder if you have, Mike, where you get into a trade and you're like, okay, if it hits this, I know I'm going to get out. And if it hits this, I'm going to collect my profits. And all of a sudden, one of those two things happens and you don't get out. And you're like, oh, wait, hang on. I think it might go more, and you get a little bit more greedy. Or if it hits and you're like, hang on, I want to give it a second. What if it bounces here? And one thing, and I did that over and over again, especially when I started. And I know it's so silly, but what helped me was I would start getting either stick it notes, and I would put it on, be like, this is my trading plan, exit, risk, reward. And I would put it on my computer, or I still have a little journal where I just write down my trades of what I'm doing. And some little process of me writing it down, I don't know. And it wasn't perfect, but it helped me actually stick to that plan a bit better. So maybe that's going to help someone listening right now. Literally just try writing it out and see if that helps you follow your trading plan.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great advice. With and why it's so important to be sticking to your game plan and writing things down. And I'm going to add kind of on top of that with the writing things down, and how that could be helpful with you guys sticking to your game plan. But also what I have actually done throughout my career, and this really worked for me when I had not necessarily something technical aspect of trading, but from the psychological and the mental side. Throughout my career, there's been a lot of different things that I've had to overcome mentally, and traders that have long trading careers will always have different things that you have to overcome from a psychological standpoint, whether it's discipline or controlling your emotions or whatever it is. But what actually helped me was, and I have a notebook too, Matt, that I have literally right next to my trading station, on my desk. And I would write down whatever the rule was, whatever, if it was something I had to stop doing or something I needed to start doing, I would write it down. And every single day when I sat down at my desk, not only would I just read that page to myself, but I would more specifically read it out loud. And I don't know, call me corny, call me superstitious, I don't know, but I feel like the reading it out loud part was actually really important part of that process, because when you're a trader, it's a very lonely profession. You don't have a boss that's going to tell you, hey, you're doing this wrong, don't do this instead. And sometimes we just need an authoritative figure to give direction. For us as humans, just to kind of follow whatever rules that we have set in front of us. And I felt like reading it out loud to myself, even though it was my own voice, I heard a voice telling me not to do something. And that is something that has helped. Now, listen, is that a coincidence, or did I need to read it out loud? I don't know. Would I have the same effect if I read it to myself in my head? I don't know. But I feel like there's something to that. And I kind of have given that advice to a lot of my TTG members, and it's worked for a lot of them, especially when they have mental issues that they're trying to overcome in their trading. So kind of two different topics, but there's still the same thing with that journaling and writing things down. It could be very beneficial to you guys as traders. So I just figured I would just kind of add on top of that. All right, next question.
Matt, do you have any fear of the hedgies coming after you to try to offer you? Just curious, worried about you, bro, big money. I don't. Maybe that's being naively optimistic, but I just don't think so. To them, as weird as it sounds to Wall Street, to these people, if they lose 5 or 10 billion, I hate to say it's just 5 or 10 billion, but they're operating so much more money than that. Yes, will some hedge funds go down? We saw that Melvin Capital, White Square over in UK. There was another one as well. Yeah, some of the individual ones, but I hope it's not enough to like kill someone about.
I got
But
your back, bro. I got
yeah,
your back. I got your back.
some other New Yorkers are protecting me, so we're good. We're
Dude,
good.
you've got Ape Nation, you got the TTG family. We're all gonna come behind you. We got your back.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know what happens to Wall Street if one day I just go dark. Like one day trade just goes dark. Like all of a sudden they're like, wait, what happened?
What happened?
Super suspicious circumstances. No, I don't think anything of it. I lock my door. Whatever.
Next question.
How do I transfer?
Don't be shy, guys. Type your questions right in chat. What will stop the squeeze or this from happening? I understand about the hedge have to cover, but what if somehow they maintain to cover before the big day? I'll let you take that one, Matt.
Okay, what will stop the squeeze or the mother of all short squeeze from happening? So what will stop it? And I like to say, like, it's not guaranteed, folks. Like it's the market, it's life. You're taking a risk in this. Like there's no such thing as a risk-free trade. So with this, what could stop it? It's still a level of, is the current demand outweighing the current supply? If the demand does, the price goes up. If the supply outweighs the demand, the price drops. What we're looking for is we're looking for the straw that broke the camel's back, where all of a sudden one of the bigger shorts is like, you know what, I'm done with this play. So they buy. And then all of a sudden it picks up and it just elevates more and more. It gets very violent, volatile. And you just see this price action higher and higher. Sorry, Charlie, as I refer to him, but there's this guy, Charles on Fox, who's like, there's no evidence of a short squeeze. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's not squeezing right now. I don't think anyone looks at AMC or GME and says, this stock is squeezing. We all agree it's not. So the question is, at whatever price level, it's an unknown price level. And there's many factors for this, but is there going to be enough demand, enough buying pressure to push us up to that level? That's the unknown thing. So what would stop us beyond just like blatant manipulation and those types of things really is just, that's the question. Is there enough demand to get AMC to the price that we need to get really this roller coaster rocking? What's the second part? I understand about the hedge have to cover, but what if somehow they maintain to cover before the big day? So I wouldn't think of this as like one hedge fund. Remember, we're probably playing against like a handful of hedge funds. And also, I bet there's retail out there that are also shorting AMC. So one hedge fund might cover, but another one might pick it up and short. So they could recycle shorts. We're looking at as a net short position. But remember, it's not like a hedge fund. They decide how this is completely played out. It's a whole grouping of people betting against the stock. So when you have so many different variables, like you can't just say like, oh, at this level, this exact thing will happen, because as much as there's many different people going long on the stock, there's definitely a decent amount of people going short on it. That's why we know there's 115 plus million short shares out on loan right now. So they could cycle. In the end, we're going to see a bunch of buying pressure. The question is, where is it going to come? If it comes now, that's going to explode us higher. And at one point, you will see a big push for it. But are they going to do it at these levels, or will they do it maybe in the future at higher levels, lower levels? That's what we're waiting to find out.
Yeah, I think also like something that could really just help with getting institutional shorts out is like something that I think a lot of people should understand about institutional short sellers. Like when you're looking at hedge funds that take on short positions, they usually will start those positions because of a fundamental reason within the company, that it's not necessarily like price that the hedge funds are shorting against, or saying, hey, we don't believe in the business model of this company. Like that's how GameStop, that's how that whole short position got as large as it did, because people thought that the business model was going to fail. And then once you had everything happen where they were going to look to change their business model, and then the retail starts putting pressure on the stock, it was like that thought of them changing their business model and then all that retail pressure. And that just ignited everyone to say, you know what, we're wrong about this business model. We're going to cover and we're going to get out of here. The fact that you've got, the recovering trade, I think, or the reopening trade always, I think, is playing a little bit of a part here inside of this AMC trade, because it's the combination of retail pressure coming in and pushing the price of the stock higher that starts to get the shorts underwater. And then it's the fundamentals of the company to make them say, you know what, we're wrong about this. We got to get the hell out. And with the reopening trade in the economy, there's always going to be that little factor here with AMC, because as COVID settles and economies reopen and more people go back to the movies and AMC as a business starts to put out some positive numbers. And if there's something that the business does with their business model and they start to change things, they get involved in other areas, if they start to mess with different aspects of where they partner with other people, it's like that is when you can really start to see institutions say, the hell with this. And that's kind of what you saw happen with GameStop. And I think that you're getting very close to that price where shorts are really starting to feel the pressure. We've talked about, you and I have had a lot of conversations, Matt, about like that 51, 52 level, and that once you get through that, it's like that 63, 65, and then that's it. Then you're all-time highs. We're knocking on the door of that 52 level now. So it's like that price, I think you're starting to get to the point where I think shorts are underwater. I think people got very excited shorting this thing in the 40s and thought this thing was over. And I think you're starting to catch some people with their pants down. So I think that you do have the makings of something here to get those shorts out of this thing.
Yeah. With that, so I was checking out some data sources today. The average age of shares on loan, and right now AMC has about 118 million, is about 59 days. If you track back 59 days, it's about the low 50s, somewhere between 52, 55, because it's an average, somewhere before, somewhere after. So it's a little bit different. But just on average, if we were taking it, I would prefer the median, but we have the average. So somewhere between this level, those low 50s, and like you said, up to 64-ish, 65-ish, the price is in there. Like when I'm saying the price level, that like the straw that broke the camel's back, it's somewhere in there. The latest is 64. If we get over that, this thing is going to go haywire once again.
Every short's underwater at that point.
Yeah, at that, like the one lucky people who are in at 72, but it'll go so rapidly at that point that they're going to be hitting like the eject button as quick as they can. So the question is, it could be lower. Like I would say the latest is at 64, probably somewhere in the low 50s. But even this, I don't think people realize how big of a deal it is that we ended up closing above 50 on our first real test of 50, which is insane. I thought that was going to be a struggle, a huge, you have so many people who were bag holding this situation. You had so many people who were just underwater on it. They didn't know what to do. You have day traders, you have swing traders. 50 is such a nice psychological level. And I think we hit 51.70 and we closed at right now 50.16. Not the best volume. And I know you're more paying attention to volume. I would have liked more confirmation on that. I keep calling out 115, 125 mil in volume just for a nice confirmation, but I think we were close enough. What was the volume on the day?
Like just under 90 million shares today.
Yeah. So I would have preferred definitely above 100. But if we keep holding it, all of a sudden, if you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, all still above 50 and each day doing 80, 90, 100 in millions, all right, the market's starting to accept it. So, and I was even saying that on the stream today, that is the one thing that to me would have made this 50 breakout picture perfect, is if we also had the volume confirmation. Yeah. So it's everyone has their list, and if you check every single one except for one, okay, it's strong, but it's not like a 5-star thing. It's more of a 4-star, and it could have been a bit better.
Yeah, I agree on that. But let's also, I think people should keep in mind, look at what the rest of the markets did today. Let's get the full picture. And you take a look at what was a clear risk off trade today in the overall markets that not only saw selling pressure in the morning, but then saw selling pressure accelerate in the afternoon. And you still have AMC held above 50 the whole day. We held above 50 the whole day. Maybe, who knows? Maybe if the markets were up, 0.7% instead of down 0.7% on the SPY, maybe you have some more people that would have been, their attention would have been focused more on individual trades instead of, because you're going to have a lot of traders on down days like this, when you talk about your larger traders and institutions, and their focus is going to start to move around. They're going to start to look other areas. And that could have, maybe you had some people that weren't necessarily paying as much attention to AMC, that were looking at the overall markets. You had, news with Apple today. Apple dropped over 3, almost 4%. So it was you had a lot of stuff moving around today. So I think the fact that on a day when the markets were down like they were today, I think it's a good sign to see AMC sit up here and just kind of hang out above 50 all day long.
Yeah, I think the Russell 2000 down almost 1%, 0.98, and AMC is the biggest stock in the Russell 2000. Okay. So you have AMC up 3.4, Russell 2000 down 0.1 or 1%, and AMC is the biggest one in it. So like the relative nature, like on its own, that's strength, but the relative strength of it, even better. So I'm excited for the upcoming week for sure. Do you think with the market, did you think it's a lot of little things adding up? On my stream when I was talking with people, we were trying to add up, and like it seemed like there was a little bit of concerns of what's going on with Delta. What is the current government doing? Like, was there one thing that you were like, oh, this is obviously why we're coming down?
No, I'm firmly believe that it's 4, 5, 6 different things that are just adding together to where you're just running out of positives, and the negatives are piling up. We're coming out of earnings season. You're talking about forward-looking earnings growth is, some companies are starting to show concerns about inflation coming up over the next couple of quarters, saying that they expect 3-4% even going into 2022, which would signal that inflation is actually not transitory, like the Fed is saying that it's going to be. A lot of individual company CEOs are anticipating inflation going well into Q1, Q2 of 2022, that would be a problem. If we're still looking at 3-4% inflation and we're Q2 2022, we've got serious problems on our hands. And you're going to be looking at rate hikes a hell of a lot sooner than anybody initially expected. So I think that you're looking at a combination of the worry about the tapering starting to come up here in the next month or two. You've got inflation is still not necessarily going away or slowing down as fast as people thought it was going to slow down. It is definitely lingering here, which is starting to get people a little bit more concerned about this. It's like we had this concern back in, let me just pull the chart up real quick. We had this concern back in July and in August about inflation like still being here, but the Fed came out. The Fed was very vocal about no, it's fine. We expected this. It's transitory. But now a whole nother month has gone by and it's still here. And the markets are starting to get a little shaky. Then you've got, COVID all over the globe is starting to slow down the economic recovery. So GDP growth around the world, not even just here, is starting to slow. So you're starting to see a lot of, and then today you had, and this has been going on for a while. We don't know if this is actually going to be passed, but there was a lot of talk today. You had 2 Senate Democrats talk about taxing stock buybacks today. They're putting a 2% tax on stock buybacks. The markets immediately dropped once that news headline came out. It was right after the opening bell. So it's just like one thing after another is just starting to the negative. Like if you draw out like columns and be like, okay, pros and cons, the cons are far starting to outweigh the pros. And I just think that it's just all of these things start to pile on. I don't think it's like one thing that kind of caused the sell-off today. I think it's a culmination of things.
Gotcha. Definitely good to know. All right. What other questions we have there, Adam?
Yeah. What do we got, guys? Don't be shy.
While we're waiting for that one, I got an interesting question today. I don't know how much you're personally engaging in options, but one of the biggest things I see in my community is we see a nice green day and people get a little bit overexcited and they buy the weeklies. Mm-hmm. Do you have a particular rule of thumb of like a duration that you're like, this is how I pick the time frame of options that I'm about to engage in? Because I'm seeing a lot of people that, like I said, they get overexcited and they're just taking on too risk of a bet that they don't even know it's that risky because like maybe like they're a little bit new to the implications of theta in such a tight time frame.
Yeah, I for the most part, if I'm trading options as a day trade, I will usually do weeklies. So let's say if it's Monday or Tuesday, if I'm doing a day trade, all right, I'm going with a Friday expiration. If it's a regular stock that might only have Friday expirations. If I'm trading the SPY, for example, let's say if it's Wednesday and I'm going to day trade the SPY, I'm going to go with the following Wednesday's expiration. I usually would give myself about a week of if I'm doing the day trade. If I'm swing trading an option, I will never do anything that's less than a week. It's just you're not giving yourself enough time to where if the timing of your trade is off, but you're still right, you can actually still lose money. And that's a horrible place to be, where you're actually right on what you thought the stock was going to do, but you were off by a day or two and you actually lost money on the trade. that actually can happen if you are going with options that expire too soon. So if I'm swing trading something, I usually will say to myself, how long do I think it's going to take for the stock to make the move that I'm going to make? However long I think that's going to take, I will then go with an expiration that's at least 1 week, maybe 2 weeks past the amount of time. So let's say if I'm going to buy a stock and I think I'm like, you know what? I think this stock is going to take a week to make the move that I think it's going to make. I will buy an option that expires at least a minimum of 2 weeks out, just to give myself an extra buffer of maybe another day or two where I can still sit in a trade and not have to let all the value of my contract be sucked out through time decay. So I usually like to make sure I give myself that little bit of a buffer. But if it's a swing trade, I'll never do anything less than a week.
That's really funny. Folks, just so you know, we have not talked about this before. The rule of thumb I've been giving them when people ask me is like, whatever time you think, just double it. Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna happen in a week, just double that then. Like if you think it's gonna be a month, give yourself 2 months. Like that's just been a really rough, crude rule of thumb. I'm like, because that's the biggest thing is like theta destroys you. So definitely, it's funny that we're kind of in alignment on that one.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have?
Do you guys get it? Do you get the picture?
I don't. What is this?
I don't get it. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh my God, dude. Boondock Saints, when they're talking about rule of thumb, oh, it should have been rule of wrist. Never mind. Forget it. You guys are.
I've seen Boondock Saints, but I do not remember that scene.
Yeah, I guess. Good. I'm glad. You know what, Matt? I'm glad you don't get it either, because every time Adam throws one of these references at me and I never get it, he makes me feel like such an asshole because I don't get the joke. So I'm glad you don't get it either.
I like that movie. I just didn't like that was an obscure reference, but hey, thanks for trying, Adam. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. Next question. I can't wait for Options Palooza tomorrow so I can look at buying options to offset any bags. Yes, Memphis Street Talk. Tomorrow is Options Palooza, guys. For those that do not know what the hell Options Palooza is, I'm sure we have a lot of your community, Matt, that are probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Options Palooza, guys, for those that don't know, it is tomorrow from 9 a.m. Eastern until 5 p.m. Eastern. It is an all-day virtual training on options where two of our top pro option traders, Chris and Momin, who are two of our pro option traders that are part of True Trading Group, they are hosting an all-day long workshop that is teaching people about trading options. So they're going to be going over like intro to options, which is basic call and put buying. They're going to go over and talk about how to select strike price and expiration date, how to manage risk. They're going to then get into more advanced stuff like straddles, strangles, debit spreads, credit spreads, selling options for income, selling covered calls. They're going to get into all of these different topics. Adam has the schedule and the itinerary that's actually up on the screen. It's totally free, guys, for TTG members, but it is a TTG members only event. So it is a TTG members only event, but it's totally free. Whenever we do these workshops, it's free for TTG members. You guys don't have to pay anything extra for it. So Options Palooza, I'm really excited about it. Our TTG family is really excited about it. A lot of people, like I said, very interested in trading options. I think everybody should learn how to trade options. I really do. I think it's a great tool, especially for people with small accounts. But options are very volatile. They come with a lot of risk. They come with a lot of reward. You just have to be able to understand that risk and how to protect yourself and capitalize on opportunities. And that's what Options Palooza is going to be about tomorrow.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Does Mike offer a course on how to AI? You know, I don't even know where the AO came from, man. I don't even know where it, like, how it started. I really don't. I really don't know how it started. But you got to say
you have no idea how much hate online you get
people
for that
hate
ad.
my AO, man. I get people.
It is terrible.
People
It
message
is
me.
so fucking bad.
People message me just to say I hate your AO. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't tell you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. You just have to say it from here. You got to say it from your throat. Hey-o! You got to say it from here. That's it. There's so many people probably like watching the live stream that are like, this fucking guy.
It's on brand. It works. It works.
Yeah.
All right. What else? I think I saw
Jalen
one.
Green goes, I got to tell you, I didn't love it at first, but I do now.
Oh, I see one. Many are saying AMC has already squeezed when it hit 72. What indicators are you looking at that tell you the mother of all short squeezes is still pending? So with that one, I mean, this isn't like an opinionated thing. Like the data is there. So right before that June 2nd move, there were 140 million shares on loan. 2 days after, because of the 2-day settlement, we saw that about 30 million were returned because it dropped to 110. So when people are talking about the mother of all short squeezes, they're looking for a high majority, if not all of the shorts to cover. And right there, you have 30 out of 140 or 314. So did some cover? Yeah, of course some covered. And at that point, it's like, okay, are you defining 3/14? If you want to define that as a short squeeze, go ahead and do it. I wouldn't. I'm looking for more to cover, but it's not an opinionated thing when we could just see the data, be like, okay, 30 out of 140 covered, and that was it. And now we're back up. Like I said earlier, we're currently sitting about 118 million shares on loan. So that's the indicator I'm using. And it's a bit of a bummer because we're on 2-day settlement. So the only people who know that they're covering in real time are people working at the hedge funds. So other than that, there's going to be that window. But the volume we're trading, like Mike had just alluded to, we traded 90 today. If we're looking for 118 million to cover, they physically cannot cover. It's impossible for them to cover in one trading day. Pre-market, post-market, during the day, there's just not enough volume traded. And that's on the basis of only shorts covering. Think about all the other traders, market makers, high frequency traders, retails, TTG members, Ape Nation members. Everyone else will also be trading on those days. So to me, it's going to be a multi-day affair. And I think it'll last more than 2 days. So on day 3, we're going to start to see really what happened on day 1. And I'll be using that as my metric. It's not the best one. It's not perfect, but it's the best we have.
Very cool. Next question, guys. What is the biggest game changer in your life or in your tools or whatever it was that made you a better successful trader? I'll tell my story first, Matt, if you don't mind. So the biggest game changer I'm going to give you 2. Biggest game changer for me in my life, and then biggest game changer for me to become a successful trader. 2 different things. Biggest game changer for me, and some people might say, oh, corny, cliche, but honestly, legit, it's teaching other people. It's teaching other people to become successful traders. I'm being dead serious with like the amount of messages that I get from people. And guys, listen, True Trading Group is a business. All right. It is a business at the end of the day. Okay. Like I literally get to, our goal is to grow the business continuously. This is, True Trading Group is not a charity. Like I literally get to wake up every single day and do what I love, and get paid to do what I love, and also help people become educated when it comes to the markets. So we've gotten so many messages from people, so many people that are part of the True Trading Group family. There's about 7,500 members that are part of True Trading Group now. And like the stories that I get from people about like how trading helped them get through COVID when, their businesses were closed, people that lost their jobs, that were furloughed, that were able to actually make ends meet through the markets. That stuff is extremely powerful. And I take that extremely seriously because when I look back at my trading, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own, right? Like I was lucky and fortunate enough that I had other professional traders that taught me how to trade. That was when I got hired at the fund right out of college. I have mentors who was my boss at the time of, at the hedge fund, who was actually there were 5 partners of the fund. He was one of the partners. And he helped me become the person that I am today and helped me reach the success that I am here now today. Because there's no doubt in my mind that if I did not get the education and the experience that I had and the mentorship and the guidance that I got, there's no way my life would have gone down the path that it's gone down. My life would have gone down a completely different road. When 50% of all the hedge funds closed after the 08-09 crash, my life could have gone down a completely different path. So when I look back at what I got from my mentor, it was the ability to send my life down a positive road. And when we have members that join True Trading Group, I take that very, very seriously. The responsibility that members put in, myself, the rest of the TGD moderators, the whole team at True Trading Group, I take that very, very seriously because without it, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I look at it as we have the opportunity now to kind of positively impact some of our members' lives. So when we get those kind of stories, it really means a lot to me. One of the moments that stuck out for me to like help me become a successful trader, and I'll briefly tell this story, and my TC fam knows it very well, and everyone loves the story, and it's like to my own demise, but I laugh about it now. I was stuck in a position when I was working at the fund, and news came out, the stock started moving like crazy. I was stuck in the position. I was not reacting. I had too big of a position to just get out in one stroke of a key. And I freaked out. I stood up at my trading desk and I literally like snapped my keyboard right in half. That's how angry I was. I'm like, space bar, letter P, semicolon went flying. But now the joke's on me because now I can't get out of my position because I don't have a freaking keyboard. So I screamed to our IT guy, who was like this 6'4", 300-pound guy. His name was Ruben. So I screamed to him, I go, Ruben, I need a keyboard. So Ruben comes running down the aisle, the trading floor, sets me up a new keyboard so I can get myself out of my position. And as soon as I exited the position, my boss, who sat directly in front of me, so we sat computer like screen to screen. So like we're facing each other, but we can't see each other because our monitors are there. So if we stand up, we're looking eye to eye. He stands up and just literally looks at me and goes, Mike, get off the floor. He kicked me off the trading floor and then came into the trade. He had a little trader's lounge at the office. He came in and he talked to me and really helped me. He gave me like an hour and 40-minute conversation, just him and I after the market closed, and really helped me understand that if I do not get my emotions under control, I'm going to fail. And he kind of gave me a pep talk about you've got a lot of potential, but yada, yada, long story short, I'll save you guys all the theatrics. But, that conversation completely changed the course of the rest of my trading career. And I think that is what set me on the path to become a successful trader. And that's really what helped me get my risk management under control. I was a cowboy when I was a younger trader. I never had a problem with big wins, but I also had very big losses. And it wasn't until I started to get those losses under control and really got my emotions under control that my P&L started to see, a positive impact from that. So like those are two, that's a moment that I will never forget for as long as I live.
Wow. It's kind of funny. I've heard a lot of people with their stories, and I have a similar one. And it's everyone's reasoning of like what changed for them is much more psychological and personality and discipline, and nothing like, oh, I finally learned this about options. It's always like a mental thing. And for me, I didn't have a mentor like that, but with my background in programming, I realized that my discipline was messed up, and I ended up programming on the futures market. I was like, oh, I like this trading strategy. I'll code it up, and the program traded for me. It knew the entry and exit, so I had no reason to mess it up. And then from there, I think it was actually me seeing the success of that I was like, okay, like I need to actually be that disciplined myself. So even to today, I still have my futures programs running, but with my stock trading, I finally, and even I still like, I mean, I don't know, like I fall off the cart every once in a while. I'm like, dang, I should have like followed that rule. Like, why didn't I do that? But it's easier like when you could take a step back from yourself and be like, hang on, you broke whatever this rule, next trade specifically, don't break it, go out of your way. But for me, it was that. And it's kind of funny that you just need something to keep your trading risk, your trading reward, your mental discipline in check. And everyone has their own aha moment of like, okay, cool. Like I can stick discipline to that now. And it's interesting to hear other traders' journeys of like how they kind of got there and how it's a continuous battle. At least for me, day in and day out, I'd be like, okay, these are the rules, still stick to them. It's not like one of these times you do it and then you're good for the remainder of your career. Like every day, I like have to remind myself, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this.
Yeah. Just how important are apes in the fight for transparency? I'll tell you. I'll say this. With regards to this question, guys, look, I'm a trader. Okay. I'm an active trader. It's my responsibility to my members to ensure that myself and the other 8 pro trader moderators in TTG, that we identify, profitable opportunities, money-making opportunities, regardless of what the ticker symbol is. Right. But what the apes mean to transparency in the markets, guys, you apes are everything for transparency in the markets, in my opinion. What you all are and what you have come to represent and the change that you are affecting is, in my opinion, way bigger than just AMC as one particular ticker will ever be. I think AMC is just the start. I think that what the apes have become, I think it's everything when it comes to transparency in the markets. This is how change happens.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty quantifiable. Like you have all these mainstream media. You even have Gensler himself making comments about payment for order flow, dark pools, the exact same things the community is talking about. So we're obviously making ripples, and as the community grows, it's getting bigger and bigger. But with it, that's why in my mind it's weird, because like I think you and I have the same core of like we're traders, we're looking for opportunity, and for me that's what's been exciting about SPRT, BBIG, all those, because like I can trade those.
Yeah.
Well, AMC and GME, to me they're just so different. Like I'm looking at the price action, but it's still so symbolic of like some weird digital Occupy Wall Street. So in my mind, those two are kind of in a league of their own, where like they're stocks to the point that we could see them. But everything else, like I still like, hey, I mean, SPRT, like I made money on it, but like to me, I'm not just going to go around diamond handing everything. I'll diamond hand those two because I like what they stand for. But everything else, it's still an active trade. I'll play it up. I played SPRT up. I played it down. I might play it up again if it wakes up again after this merger deal. Like, and I think that's very fair, because at the end of the day, if you're watching this and you're engaging in the markets, your goal is to make money.
Right.
That's the goal. So folks, if you're making money, okay, double down on however you're making money. I don't put food on your table. I'm not watching your pockets at all. So go for you. If it works, double down on it.
Amen. I'm an ape and a TTG member. Love being both. Yes.
Shout out Jamie.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Next question.
What else do we have?
How many are there a lot of TTG apes? Do we have a lot of double?
I think your comments about to like blow, like your comments are about to
know, right?
Yeah, like
I think Member Street that goes, we need an ape with a sniper and an AR. Because so in True Trading Group, we call like our little mascot is like we call it sniper trading robots. And that's why she said, look at all these yeses. Look at all these yeses. Guys, type the number 1 in chat if you are an ape and a TTG member. Type the number 1 in chat. Type the number 1 in chat if you're an ape and a TTG member. I actually would like to know this. Let's see, Matt. Let's see how many number 1.
I would assume. It's just blowing up the screen.
Look at this. Look at these. Look at all this.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Strength in numbers.
And really, like, I guess as fun as this is, it's a good learning lesson there of how you have to treat different trades. Not every trade is the same flavor of trade. Some of them you're in and out in a day trade. Some of them are swing trades. Some of them are short squeeze. Other ones are long-term investment. And you have to trade it accordingly. You don't get into one and then all of a sudden switch the style of trade that it is. Like, to me, those other ones like that, I've been referring to them as like FTD short squeeze, like the BBIG, SPRT, all these ones that people are realizing they're on the threshold list. There's a lot of FTDs. They have momentum, and then they have a high short interest, low float, high utilization. Those are great. That's clearly right now over the past 2 or 3 weeks, that has been a very viable trading like opportunity that has made a lot of people a lot of money. But with that, like all of a sudden, I don't think of that as like, oh, I'm just going to day trade it one day. No, I know it's a couple days swing. I'm not going to diamond hand it. I don't think of it as AMC and GME. You have to know what kind of flavor you're really dealing with before you get in the trade is much more. You don't want to be figuring that out after you already have your position. Like you want to know that a little bit beforehand.
Yep. It goes right back to what we started the live stream with when you were talking about a game plan, sticking to your game plan. You guys got to know what your game plan is before you pull the trigger. It's what I teach the fam. It's like you got to know if it's, I mean, listen, like I said, AMC, GameStop, different scenarios. But when it comes to these other type of trades, SPRT, BBIG, Clove, CEI, all these stocks that are getting a lot of attention, IRNT, that are getting a lot of EFTR, that are getting a lot of attention lately. You've got to know when you're going to buy those stocks, where you're going to stop out, where you're taking profit, what's your plan. You got to know, because that's how you keep your emotions under control. People get very emotional when they get into a stock and they don't know what their plan is. So the stock goes up, they don't know what to do because they don't really have a plan. The stock goes down, they don't know what to do because they don't have a plan. So what happens is you start to make emotional decisions. The stock goes up, you make emotional decisions about greed. The stock goes down, you make emotional decisions about fear. The best way for you to keep emotions out of the equation is by having a game plan. Because if you have a game plan, then just stick to it. If you say, I'm going to buy the stock at 10, I'm going to stop out at 9, I'll take profits at 12, 14, and 16. If that's your game plan, great. Buy it at 10, don't do anything until it gets to 9 or 12. And just sit there and wait for those numbers to get met. Because that's how you can remove emotions from the equation. When you trade with emotions, you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you lose money. So having a game plan is one of the best ways for you guys to keep emotions out of the equation.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
All right, we've got actually what I'd like to do now, actually, Matt, and I would love your take on this. And I know we got a lot of your crew and Ape Nation that are with us. Yesterday, last night on my live stream, as you guys know, I go live 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday. Last night on my live stream, I talked about AMC. I did a whole analysis on AMC. We've got a quick, it's like a quick 4 or 5 minute clip on my analysis and my breakdown on AMC. And what I thought AMC was going to do today. We played this, we did this yesterday live, and Adam's got the clip. I think Adam wants to play the clip just for a couple of minutes to show you guys the analysis that I went over with AMC's chart yesterday. And then maybe we can talk about that from here, about what happens next. And Matt, let's get your opinion on the analysis from yesterday. And then we can talk about okay, what AMC did today, and then maybe what happens next. And we can kind of break it down and kind of give people our thoughts on AMC.
Oh, yeah, sounds awesome.
All right, let's see. Where's Adam? Adam, you got the clip? Perfect. So now let's talk about some of the stocks that I've gotten a million questions about here today, guys. And that is, let's talk about AMC first. I got a lot of questions about AMC. And I got to tell you, I'm actually impressed with what I saw today. I'm impressed with what I saw today on AMC. From a technical standpoint, today's price action on AMC was very strong. And it wasn't extremely strong because the stock was up 15 or 20%. Stock was only up 2.5% today. But the price action showed a lot of strength. And let me explain to you why the price action showed a lot of strength. We have to go out to the daily chart in order to really focus on this. There is an obvious level of resistance at $48, right? I'll make this a little bit bigger so those on a phone can see. There's a very obvious level of resistance here at $48, okay? There's your resistance at 48. There's your resistance at 48. There's your resistance at 48. And yesterday, we tried to break through 48. You see, we put in this tail up here, got rejected, pulled all the way back down, and closed back beneath that level. Typically, that candle right there is typically bearish. That's typically bearish when you cannot break through a level and stay above it. So if this stock was weak, you would have seen that today. You would have seen a red candle today pull you back down to like $44, $45 if this stock was weak. Now, we tried to move down. We actually gapped down today. AMC gapped down. Now, maybe some of that weakness rolled over from GameStop. GameStop had a huge gap down after their earnings. So maybe some of that weakness spilled over into AMC. Add on top of that some of the weakness of the negative or the bearish signal that I should say that you got from the daily candle on the chart yesterday. So to have AMC gap down after that rejection and rally all the way back to this resistance level is a very good sign of strength. If this stock was going to give up that $48 level, right? There it is again. I'll draw it out for you again on a shorter time frame so you can see it even more. There's this resistance at 48. We tried to break through it yesterday and failed to do so. We pulled all the way back down beneath that level. Okay, that's a sign of weakness. That's a failed breakout yesterday. So then you get the gap down today, but then what happens? The stock goes right back up into that resistance. That is a sign that buyers are not scared of this resistance level. They're not scared of it. They're not scared of this resistance level. Matter of fact, now I would consider this resistance level broken. I consider this resistance level broken. This reminds me very, very much of what I saw in KPLT. We crushed KPLT those last couple of days. I'll take you back to KPLT just to show you an example of what I am talking about. KPLT had very obvious resistance at 590, right? Here, very obvious resistance at 590. Then what happened on September 2nd? We tried to break through that level and closed beneath it. Again, typically a sign of weakness. Let's go to a 3-minute chart so you can see this a little bit more clearly. Okay, let's go back so you can see this more clearly. There's that resistance level. Now, as I zoom in, you can see we tried to break above it, failed, and actually closed beneath it. Sign of weakness. But what happened the very next day? The very next day, the stock went right back up to that resistance level. That told me this resistance level is broken, and we actually got long right there on KPLT, and we caught that entire move. We caught that entire move on KPLT because that price action was a sign of strength to me, and that told me that that resistance level that we had at this 590, that told me that that level is broken. And now look at the stock today. This is very similar price action that I'm seeing in AMC, right? Very obvious resistance level at 48. Okay, tried to break above it yesterday, failed to do so, pull back beneath it, shows the resistance is there, and then bang, today we take it right back. Took it right back today. That's a sign that resistance level is broken. Watch for this stock to push up into the low 50s tomorrow. There it is. So
It's crazy. I like it.
That was the clip from yesterday's. That was last night's live stream. That was my analysis on AMC, and I was telling people like, watch for the stock to push into the low 50s tomorrow, which is today. So curious, kind of to see, you know, if you agree with the technical analysis that I've got going on there, and then we can kind of talk about maybe what's next for AMC and break down some levels for everybody watching.
Yeah. So overall, definitely in agreement there. Like the low 48s, that 48, whatever, 48, 48, 30, 48, 50 was clear resistance. And like getting above it was a big deal. But we always see these wicks and like it would shoot up and then just get smacked. And to me, it was just a patience game. And the reason it was a patience game, and I like, of course, it could get rejected, but I was very confident about the breakout because every time we dipped, it dipped. It was technically higher and higher. It dipped less and less. So to me, psychologically meant the buyers, the bulls, the apes were getting more aggressive on every single opportunity. So it was just like the kinetic energy was just getting packed up. And I was like, well, if they're getting more aggressive and psychologically, there's not an infinite amount of supply. So we knew every single time we were hitting, we were soaking up more supply. So as the momentum built up, the demand got higher, the supply got lower. I was like, all right, let's see. And fortunately, it broke today. And the only thing I didn't like about it is that break at 48.50, the next resistance was so close at 50. So I was happy that we got above that today. We closed above that. And my next level, if you want to pull up your own chart, I believe was 52. And then after that, we have like 53.50, I think. But man, that mid to late June, there's so much chop and crap in there. You can pretty much call out any dollar increment you want and you can be like, okay, I do find a wick back there. So it's a bit of a chop. If we're looking at that, but my main watch, and we hit, I think 51.70 today. So not as close as I wanted to be when I was calling out 52, still off by 30 cents. But I'm looking for us to recapture that early next week. And then from there, I mean, 55 is going to be important. I remember talking about that level a lot in mid-June. And from there, my eyes are on pretty much 60 to 64, but all the major dollars. So basically 52.50, we can watch 55, 57.50, all, I guess, maybe the 2.5 increments, I guess. But right now we're seeing strength. And the main thing, and I know you're going to agree with this one, we just need to not only see the price action follow through, we need to see the volume follow through. We want to make sure that at large, the market participants are agreeing with this price and accepting it, and it's not some sort of fluke. So I want to get to back above 100 million trading, and I think we'll see that as things get a little bit more exciting, as we get bigger range bars. Range, for those of you who don't know, the distance from the high to low on that candlestick. As we get more range, I think we're going to see some of that. It's going to happen simultaneously. It's not like the chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken. It all happens together. You get big range on big volatility, typically also on big volume.
Yeah. I think the area that I think is going to be the most important here on AMC, and when it comes to the volume, is going to be this $52 level break. It's like that is where I want to see, and I'm gonna expand the volume bars just so you guys can see this a little bit more clearly. Like once we actually break through that 52 level, I don't want to see this, right? I want to see this. This is what you're going to want to see when that, if you get a candle, all right, if you get a candle on a daily chart where let's say Monday, this stock's trading at 53. If we're trading up at 53, you are going to want to make sure that this stock is on pace for 150 to 200 million share candle day. You don't want to be looking at a 53 print and we're on pace for like 80 million shares. Yeah. Because then that's when you have the chance for, like, you know, we might push in the morning and then kind of start to tire out, fade. You want to see that volume just, you want that is the volume that you're going to want to see, like these type of volume bars, to let you know that we are breaking through. Let me just go and delete all this now. That we are breaking through that resistance level, and there's that's your major resistance that I see on this thing right now. There's once you get through that this area, and this is that major support that AMC had back from June. And Matt and I, we did a lot of live streams together during that time, and we were identifying this level. Once you get through that, you have a couple, and I'll zoom in a little bit so people can see, you have a couple of minor levels in here that I don't think are going to be anything that is too significant. Like, I think if we have enough juice to break through 52, I think there'd be enough juice to break through what I look at as minor levels and really get to the next major key point. And that next, like your minor levels, like you said, you can have a minor level there around 55. You've got another minor level here kind of around this 60, 61, but it's like major is up there at 65. Like, I look at this area right up here, that's 60 to 65. I look at that as your next major level. And once you start to push up and we get to like 54, 55, now again, you start to talk about that price of, we're getting to the point where a lot of your shorts are beginning to get underwater. And then all it takes is a couple of those shorts to cover, because if we're making this move, you understand, we've made this move from the low 30s all the way up to, 50, 51. We've made this move not because of short covering, but because of new longs entering this market. New longs are entering this market. And that is why you're getting the stock going from 30 to 50. That's not a short squeeze. That's not a short cover. That's buying. That is longs buying the stock. Once you get to 55, that may cause some of those shorts to begin covering, which adds more buying into the market. And then that's when you can start to see those wider range candles that Matt was just talking about. And then that's when you get the real increase in volatility. And what happens when a stock has volatility? It attracts every day trader's attention on the planet. There's a reason why when you have a stock like SPRT, a stock like EFTR, a stock like IRNT, that when those stocks start to go, there's a reason why you see that volume start to pour in, because the stock lights up every single trader's scanner. So when you have a wide range candle like that come in on AMC, you got to remember, there's still millions of traders that aren't focusing on AMC. They're trading other things. Right? Like, you have other traders that are not part of Ape Nation and are not part of the community that is focused on AMC every day. You have traders that are trading other things. But once you start to see a stock light up a scanner like that, you're going to pull all of that attention. And what are they going to do at that time? They're going to get long. And that's going to fuel even more pressure with starting to create that short cover, which can really start to push the stock up into the 60s. And that's what I'm going to be looking for coming up here. Listen, maybe it doesn't happen Monday or Tuesday. Maybe we chop around in the low 50s to kind of eat through the supply there. But within the next 1 or 2 weeks, I think it would be foolish to not have AMC. If you're an active trader, it's foolish to not have this stock on your screen.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I was looking at it and thinking, and like, I really like throwing these series out. Like, it's a lot of luck involved, but I was kind of checking out the chart. I wouldn't be surprised on that breakout above 52, 53 ish. If we go up to 60, 64, and at that point, that'll be nice movement. People are attracted to it, but also what we're seeing recently, your technicals are going to be blown out of the water. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a June to September cup and handle setup where it goes to that 60, 64 mark, gets rejected, takes a bit of a breather to maybe somewhere in the mid 50s, and then finally bases and then creates that higher tranche level of support and then moves off of that. One suggestion, but with this, I mean, AMC, GME, another lesson I've learned is you just never know what to expect. Like you could take most common rules and throw them out because they don't exist.
I know. I agree. So, all right. So, Matt, I think you're on a time crunch. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely have to get to some other filming and interviews and stuff. But as always, it was a pleasure talking to you. So people coming from my stream earlier, I believe you're going to be talking about some of the other market stuff, talking about TTG, all that good stuff. So if you guys want to stick around, if you have some time this Friday night, man, I don't know. I'm sure there's a wealth of information that you guys are going to go through here. And honestly, it is very, very good for everyone to hear another person's opinion. The way I interpret the market is how I interpret it. So maybe something Mike says resonates in just a different way that like it finally clicks for you. So if you have that free time, I would say, I mean, there's definitely some impressive trades being done in this group. So feel free to stick around and check it out. But as always, Mike, thank you so much. And I'm sure I'll be back very soon.
Yeah, man. As always, it's a pleasure talking shop with you, man. We always have good conversations. I hope the communities on both ends, I hope you guys enjoy the time, the joint Q&As with Matt and myself. Like I said, great to get different perspectives from different people, from different traders and market participants. Always a pleasure having you on, bro. Appreciate the time. I'm sure we'll be doing this again real soon.
Sounds good. Have a good one. Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend. All right, guys. So there you have another really great session there with Matt. You know, we always have a good time having Matt come on the TTG live streams and letting you guys kind of fire some questions away at him. As you guys know, he's very deeply entrenched into AMC, GameStop, and everything going on with 8 Nation. So always good to have him on to get his insight and for you guys to be able to ask him some questions. So hope you all enjoyed that. That was a really great Q&A session. It was a really great Q&A session. You guys asked some amazing questions. If we did not get to any of your questions, guys, if you guys were typing questions, we did not get to it, do not worry about it. I do this 6 nights a week. Okay. So all you got to do is click the subscribe button, the notification bell icon. Make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. Maybe I'll catch your question on the next live. What I would like to do here right now, guys, is I would love to see how many people are on the live stream right now that it's your first time here or you're just not a member. Do me a favor, guys. Type the number 1 in chat right now if you're not a TTG member or this is your very first time joining the TTG live stream. All right, we got Jacob Overton, Brian D, John Woodfin, Jeremiah, Devo, Ghost, Blazing Gaiman, Jake, Alex, Poppy Roo, Family Droid, Professor. We got Wall for Congress, Forrest Warner, Grape Ape, I like that. Hawk Attack, Michael Goodchild, Diego Toledo, Christina Duckworth, Ken Gaffney, Crystal Assassin, Chris M, Blake, Walt, Vladish, Cruz, Kevin, In It to Win It, Josh Abbott. Wow, look at all these, a lot of number 1. I can't even keep up. There's so many number 1s coming through here. Sarah Mom, we got Frank Minter, Steve McLeod, Garav, Striped One, Old Man Chimp. I like the username. Cool, guys. A lot of number 1s that are flying through chat right now. It is a pleasure having you all here. I'm sure there's a lot of you that are here from Matt's community. So welcome. My goal on all these live streams, folks, is again to provide you with lessons and education that help you guys to become better traders. Again, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught when I worked at a fund on Wall Street for my very first job right out of college. All right, so we're going to get into now. I have a lot of other things I want to talk to you guys about. We're going to get into the overall markets, what happened in the markets today, what are my thoughts and my analysis going forward, what I think happens in the markets next week. Is today's pullback the start of something much bigger, or is it a buy the dip scenario? I'd like for you all to understand that True Trading Group, okay, is the highest rated and fastest growing premium educational platform that is all about results. Results matter at True Trading Group. So we help traders to reach their goals of becoming consistently profitable by combining top-notch education, which is the education I received when I worked at the fund in New York, and we combine that with tools from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and we are a community of traders that all shares the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. TTG is a platform. Okay, you're not just joining True Trading Group just to get my trade alerts or any one of the other 7 pro trader moderators that are part of True Trading Group. It is a platform that gives you access to all these different tools in one place. Okay, in one place. All right. Hold on one second. Okay. So guys, what I would like to stress to all of you here now today, okay, what we have going on right now is when you guys join True Trading Group, the next 20 people that join True Trading Group between now and Sunday at midnight will be getting themselves a brand new free laptop. Just being notified about this from Adam. You guys can all thank Adam for this, the man behind the curtain, the man that pulls off the impossible. So you guys can all thank Adam. The next 20 people, okay, the next 20 people that join True Trading Group. Oh, he got, you know what I'm saying? He got, oh, wow, yeah, he got 20 more. Okay, so I'm literally just getting this information told to me right now as I'm doing this live. Adam is literally messaging that he was able to get 20 more in honor of Sunday. Oh, he's coming on to actually.
Oh, no.
Okay, so Adam's going to tell you guys.
Yeah, no. So I did not get 20 more. What I'm saying is in honor of Sunday, because we're giving away $30,000 or a Tesla, in honor of Sunday, what I'm saying is that we will go and you and I will get the laptops to give to them. So we did not.
I love how you include me in these things.
Well, you're my business partner.
You're like, oh, yeah, well, you and I are going to go get these laptops for people.
Anyways, point is that we'll buy them at retail if we have to, but up to 20. I was not able to get any more from our wholesaler, but we will figure it out for you guys. All right, that's all.
Okay, all right. So I guess we're getting more laptops. Okay, so the next 20 people to join TTG will get themselves a brand new free laptop. It's totally free, guys. We cover the shipping costs for you. We do ship globally. We have members all over the world. We have members in the Philippines, in Japan. We have members in the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, the UK, Brazil, Mexico, Canada. We have members from all over the world. So as long as DHL ships to your country, we'll get you guys a free laptop. But it's only for the next 20 people. You guys remember that the True Trading Group membership, I'll tell you guys a little bit about the membership because a couple of people that are asking about it. And then we're going to get into the overall markets, what happened today in the markets. I'll tell you guys exactly what I think is going to happen next week and going forward. And we're talking about, is this a start of something much bigger? So that 1-year membership to the True Trading Group, there's a couple people asking about it. Okay. It's normally $2,212 for the year. However, from now until Sunday at midnight, you can save 41% on that membership. It brings the price all the way down to just $1,284 for the entire year. You don't have to pay anything more after that. Everything that's part of the membership is included. You guys don't have upsells for any of these resources and tools. The next 20 people that use the coupon code TTG121, you'll get the 41% discount. You'll get a brand new free laptop. You'll be able to attend Options Palooza tomorrow, and you will have a chance to win $30,000 or a brand new Tesla on Sunday. So 8:30 p.m. Eastern this Sunday, live on this YouTube channel, I'm giving away 30 grand or a brand new Tesla to one lucky TTG member. All right. So anyone that joins here tonight, you guys will get a 41% discount, a brand new laptop. You'll be able to attend Options Palooza, and you'll get a chance to win a brand new Tesla. I want you to think of True Trading Group as the Netflix of trading communities, because you pay one price and you get access to the core of everything that we have to offer for the entire year. With your membership, you get our entire 17-course curriculum. There's beginner and foundation courses for those that are brand new. There's advanced courses. There's also courses on options, trader psychology, swing trading, crypto. They're all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Understand that the education you receive at True Trading Group is a professional one. It is a simplified version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. When I got hired at the fund in New York, they did not let me touch $1 of their money until I went through a 3-month training program. This is a simplified version of the education that I received during that time. You're also going to be getting Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. This is going to give you live breaking news as soon as it crosses the wire. You don't have to rely on something like Yahoo Finance that's 20 minutes delayed. You get news in real time as soon as it hits the wire. You also get Quote Media's full book level 2, so you can see all the market maker depth instead of not just the ones your broker shows you. You're going to get to use TradingView's premium charting software. one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. Again, all of this is free. It's included for when you pay $12.84. You do not pay extra for any of this stuff. Okay, it's an all-inclusive membership. You also get a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data, so you can practice what you're learning in the courses. This is the exact same simulator that is used at California State University Fullerton, University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. You're also going to be able to use the Trade Ideas scanner. This is a scanner that's going to show you stocks making new highs, new lows, have a surge in volume, and the scanner is broken down into small cap, mid cap, large cap. So whatever you trade, we make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. You'll also be able to use our own proprietary scanner, which has the functionality of FinViz Elite with streaming data from our partners at Quote Media. You'll also have access to our chat room where the moderators and I share our screen with you. You see what we see. We are live on the microphone. True Trading Group is not just me. There are 7 other pro trader moderators that are calling out trades in chat. Okay, I am live on the microphone calling out my trades in advance of making them. Okay, I will literally come on the microphone and say to you all, guys, it looks like we have support at $15. I'm looking for a pullback into $15.20, $15.25. I'm going to be a buyer. My stop loss will be down around $14.10. I'm looking to take profits off at $16.50, $17.50, and $19. I will literally say that verbatim before I actually enter a trade. And then once my order executes, you get a notification in chat that my order has actually been filled with the price and the stop loss on that order. My TC fam, true or false, do I or do I not come on the microphone before all of my entries and let you know exactly what I'm going to do before I do it. This way, it's very easy for you to follow along with my trades should you wish. Okay, we are in chat with you the entire day. The moderators and I are there pre-market all the way through after hours. You can send us DMs and ask us questions during the day. Wouldn't it be nice to DM up, 7 or 8 TGD pro trader moderators, and ask them their opinion on a particular stock?
Real quick, Jessica Leah says, "What are the odds for the 30,000 or Tesla?" LOL. One out of how many other members? Right now, it's 1,724 to 1. Or that's the other way around. A 1 in
people registered.
That's how many people registered for it. So True Trading Group has 7,400 members or 7,500 members. Being a member automatically makes you eligible. All you got to do is fill out a simple form on our website. Normally, it's about every time we do, and I know that she was being kind of sarcastic, but I'll answer it.
Sarcastic.
No, I know. I'll answer it though. It's a good question, because what if we had, 50,000 members, right? So which we don't. But yeah, typically it'll be right around 2,500 to 2,800 people that register for it. Those are not bad odds. And the cool part is
$30,000.
No. And the cool part is that we do this at least once a month. So you literally have 12 chances a year minimum to do this. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I think. I could tell you Warrior and Tim Sykes aren't doing that, but that's all. All right. Anyways, I got to go. Sorry.
I hate when you do that. Yeah. So guys, like I said, that's, our chat room that you have access to as a member of True Trading Group. We also do live workshops and webinars that are totally free. We don't charge anything extra for it. Like I said, Options Paloozas tomorrow from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern. You guys are going to get taught by 2 of our top pro option traders, Chris and Momin. Chris has been trading options over 20 years. They're going to be hosting this options workshop from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, totally free for TC members. You just have to be a member, guys. All right, you just have to be a member and you have access to that. And then, like I said, we do you also get 2 small private study groups. We do those every week as well. Small private study groups is your chance to really get individualized attention from a TGD moderator, to go over to ask questions, go over lessons and topics that you're struggling with, really help speed up that learning curve. And then, of course, the giveaways, like I said, Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live right here on this YouTube channel, we're giving away $30,000 or a brand new Tesla to 1 lucky TG member. You just have to be a member so you guys can register for that giveaway. Remember, the next 20 people that use coupon code TTG121 you will get the 41% discount, a brand new laptop, access to Options Palooza, and a chance to win 30 grand or a brand new Tesla this Sunday. All right, guys, listen, you've got to actually enter the coupon code TTG121 in order to get the 41% discount. You actually have to enter the code and click apply code. You'll know you're getting one of the 20 laptops if you see the laptop in your checkout cart. If you go to your checkout cart and you do not see a laptop, that means we've completely sold out. All right, so if you see the laptop, that means you're good. And last but not least, I do offer a money back guarantee. Anyone that is on here that is doubting or questioning or is skeptical, good, you should be. Because there's a lot of people out there that try to sell you bullshit that don't know their ass from their elbow. So you should be skeptical of people that are trying to sell you an education. It is important that you understand the background of the person you are getting your information from. That's first and foremost. But the second thing that's equally as important is results. In a true trading group, results matter. And that is why I offer you a money back guarantee, because at the end of the day, our members are making money and they're becoming better traders, period. And if you don't believe me, I want you to watch this. Guys, my TTG members, type the number 1 in chat if you're making money and becoming a better trader. Type the number 1 if you're making money and becoming a better trader because of TTG. Anyone that's on here that's not a member of True Trading Group that is skeptical or has your doubts, look right here to the side of the screen and see how many number 1s are about to come through on the side of the screen right now. All of these number 1s are TTG members that are making money, becoming better traders. These number 1s are the reason why I can offer you a money back guarantee without breaking a sweat. Because the statistics are that over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they make money and they become a better trader. Those are the stats. And that's why I'm able to offer you a money back guarantee. So here's the deal. I told you results matter, and I mean it. If you are willing to commit to me, I will commit to you. If you go through all the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group, that is all I'm asking for you to do. Do those 3 things. Put in a little effort to actually learn. If you do not make your membership fee back, which today is $1,284, if you don't make that back at least once during your membership, I'll give you a full refund. I'm not kidding. I'm dead serious. Everything I'm saying to you right now is on the website. I stand behind my program. I stand behind the education and the platform and the community that we have created at True Trading Group. I put my money where my mouth is. I don't just come on here and say, hey, listen to me, I'll teach you. I say, hey, if you're willing to give this a shot, if you say you're going to come, you're going to learn, you're going to go through all the education, you're going to use the tools that we give you, you're going to become part of the community. If you don't make back that money, that means I failed you. I'll give you your money back. That's the commitment that I'm willing to make to you. So anyone that uses coupon code TTG121 right here, right now, you'll get a 41% discount, a brand new laptop. You'll be able to attend Options Palooza tomorrow. You'll have a chance at winning 30 grand on Sunday. And I'm giving you a money back guarantee. I put my money where my mouth is. Yes, you're damn right. Yes, you are damn right. Ape of Moon Street. TTG is a business, folks. TTG is also a business, but we are only as good of a business as our members are doing. TTG employs 21 people, folks. There are 21 employees of True Trading Group. True Trading Group is a business. This is not a charity, but we are only as good as our members are actually doing. Guys, my TTG family members, let me ask you this question real quick. What do you think a membership to True Trading Group is worth? Let me ask you that. What do you think a membership to True Trading Group is worth? What do you think it is worth? You tell me right now. If you think it's worth $1, tell me. You think it's worth $10,000? Tell me. My TTG members, you tell me what you think the membership is worth. Now, again, if you're not a member, forget what I'm saying to you, because what separates me from any other Joe Schmo on YouTube? Listen to the members. Listen to members. Marshall says at least 5K. Flying Hyatt says 10K. Jamie, 5K. Still learning, 10K. Memphis Street Stock, 5K easily. Shepard says priceless. April Meigs Trade says priceless. Lady Trader, at least 5K. King Kiabasa says 5K. Lino, 5K easy. 5K plus says Kitsui. Lex says $7,000. Alex Cohen goes, guys, really? Tim Sykes is $7,000. Dennis Millett says 5,000. 5K for Maria. Barrington Lynch says 5K. Stonk Ape says $10,000. 10K a year says Derek Eaton. Plura Trader says not less than 5K. Priceless says Jay Knight. 15K Humble Pie. Jamie says 500. $10,000 minimum says D Ackley. GLB says 10K. 10K says look, guys, just read the comments. Don't even listen. I don't need to read these all. 12,000 a year says John G. Okay. So there you guys have it. All right. Just listen to the just listen to comments from it. These people that are typing, they're just like you. They found TTG the same way you did. That's a live stream. And now they're telling you, hey, listen, guys, I'm telling you, I did it. I joined. I got the education. I'm using the tools. Right? I got the education. I'm using the tools. They're telling you it's worth it. They're telling you they're making money. I work full time as TTG. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, if you work full time, you can absolutely 1,000% still benefit from True Trading Group. The majority of our members have full-time jobs. We have a mobile app that is downloadable on iPhone and Android that allows you to stay connected to our chat room. Even if you're not from your computer, you can still see the screen share. You can listen to the audio analysis, and you get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. That's how so many of our members are able to benefit from True Trading Group while working full-time jobs. And again, if you don't believe me, forget me. Let's ask our members. Guys, my TTG fan real quick. I'm sorry I keep asking you guys a bunch of questions, but my TTG members, if you're making money while working a full-time job, type the letter I in chat right now and tell me what you do for a living. Type the letter I and tell me what you do for a living if you are working a full-time job while making money with True Trading Group. So again, anyone that's not a member, again, forget me. Don't look at me. Read the comments that are coming through chat right now. Okay, let's see. A software tester, an engineer. Naomi says TTG is my job. I like that. A mechanic, a tobacconist. I like you too. That's hilarious. A music teacher and a composer, a teacher, a nurse, Cisco Systems Ops Manager, an operations director working 60 hours a week, still here making money, a delivery person in the film business. This is my job, TTG Trading. I love it. A physician, accounting, real estate. I work in an oil field. Eric, what's up, brother? A computer geek, graphic designer, event marketer, sushi chef. Okay, you got construction, CNC supervisor, stay-at-home dad to 3 kids. Okay, you guys, I'm disabled, TTG now, my new purpose in life. That's incredible. JP Therapy, I love having you part of the family. Love having you part of the family. Okay, a truck driver. So there you have it, right? Like, don't listen to me. Just read comments from members. All right. So if you guys work full-time jobs, this absolutely is still something that you can benefit from. There's different trading styles and strategies. Okay. If maybe you implement a swing trading style. Right? We have swing traders in True Trading Group. We do everything. We day trade, we swing trade, we trade stocks and options. We do small caps, mid caps, large caps. We do it all. All right, guys, listen. Again, that coupon code TTG121, you'll get the free laptop and the 41% discount. If you do not want the laptop and you'd rather have a steeper discount, you can send a text message right now to 201-775 9702. Let me say that again. The phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen, right here. If you don't want a laptop and you'd rather have a steeper discount, you guys can send a text message to that phone number right there at the bottom of your screen. Okay. Yes. Can I use TGD in the UK? Yes, you absolutely can. We have members all over the world. We have several members in the UK currently. We have members in Japan, Australia, the Philippines, Hong Kong. We have members in Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Italy, the Netherlands. We have members literally all over the world. Literally all over the world. All right. So there you have it, folks. Use coupon code TGD121. Okay. Now, let's talk about what the hell happened in the markets today. Because we are trading lower after, no, we're right near lows. Just trading sideways. Joshua, what's up? Everybody welcome Joshua, our newest member of the TTG family. Joshua, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have 19 laptops left now. Joshua just claimed one. So Jake said, how are the classes structured? Are the classes live or are they video? Okay, so Jake, the curriculum, the courses in the curriculum are video and text. Okay, they're video and text, the curriculum. Our video library is video. The video library are recordings of live workshops that we do every week. Okay, every week in True Training Group, the different moderators cover different lessons, different topics, different workshops. We do different small private study groups. Every single day, we do pre-market analysis training. We record that. There is literally, and I mean literally, new pieces of educational content being added to the platform every single day. Okay. The courses, the 17 courses, that's not done live. Those are on the website for you to go at your own pace. It can take you a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months. You go through the curriculum at your own pace. It is there for you. You have access to it 24/7 as a member. Okay. But we do live training every day. Every day we do live training. And again, tomorrow we have Options Palooza. Options Palooza is going to be from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern. It's live. It's a live training with Momin and Chris, who are our two top professional option traders that are moderators on True Trading Group. Okay, so we do live trainings every single day. Every single day. Guys, we also do have a trial. Yes, okay. What is the $3 trial? Jessica says we do have a $3 trial. You can try out True Trading Group for a full week. It's just $3. We charge $3 to make sure you are a real person. It is not reoccurring. There's no auto renew, none of that stuff. It's a one-time payment of $3. You get access to True Trading Group for a week. If you want to try us out for a week and see if True Trading Group is right for you, you guys can absolutely do that. Go to ttgthree.com. Again, that is ttgthree.com if you want to try us out for a full week for just $3. Now, important to note, if you sign up for the trial, you will not get the 41% discount. You'll still get a discount if you decide to join an annual membership. It just won't be as steep as a 41% discount. You also will not get a free laptop. You will also not be able to attend Options Palooza. You will also not be qualified for a chance to win the Tesla or 30 grand on Sunday. All of those things are for full TTG members only. So if you want to take part in Options Palooza, if you want a chance at winning 30 grand on Sunday, you guys, and you want the 41% discount and you want a laptop, you use coupon code TTG121 right now. All right. Otherwise, you can go to ttgthree.com, just pay $3 and try us out for a week, and then you can decide if TTG is the place for you. All right. Yeah, I don't need a laptop, but would love a bigger discount. Yeah, guys, listen, Yogini Trader, if you do not want a laptop and you instead would like a steeper discount, again, you can just send a text message right now to 201-775-9702. And my partner, Adam, who's also co-founder of True Trading Group, who you just saw, he's standing by right now to help anybody that has any questions. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. Okay, let's see here. All right. All right, guys. Excuse me there while I take a quick sip of water. All right, now let's go over the overall markets, man. Let's talk about the overall markets. Let's talk about what happened today. Pull up my charts. Okay, here we go. So here's a SPY. We had a nasty day in the markets today, guys. Nasty day in the markets today. The markets have been trading in this upward channel. Okay, we've been trading in this upward channel now for November, December, January, February. Look at this, all the way since November. Okay, all the way since November. Okay. Look at this upward channel that you see here on the SPY. It's actually amazing. It's actually amazing. Okay, to see us trade in this type of a range. The other thing that I want to point out to you is you guys see this blue line on my screen? This blue line is the 50-day moving average. And what I want to point out to you is for the entire year of 2021, okay, the entire year of 2021, this blue line has been an area of support. Every single time the market, the SPY, I should say, every single time the SPY has gotten down to this blue line, it has bounced off it and moved higher. Well, guess what's coming up pretty quickly? This blue line. Again, this is the 50-day moving average. Okay? 50-day moving average. All right? I am expecting at this point, I'm expecting us to get down here. All right? I'm expecting us to get down here and to test that 50-day moving average. All right? I'm expecting us to get down here. I think you've got to be prepared for that. I think you've got to be prepared for us to drop down and put in a candle that looks like this. Okay, I think you've got to be prepared for something that looks like this. And I think that you're going to get this. I think it's going to come, early next week, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I think Monday, Tuesday, we're going to get something that looks like this. And then I think we'll bounce off of that level. All right, so I'm expecting us to maybe even overshoot this 50-day moving average. We might even overshoot it. Momentum might take us past it. I think we're actually going to overshoot it, where I think we might actually drop below the 50-day moving average, kind of similar to what we did here. So I'm taking you back to March. So remember this? Okay, you see how we overshot the 50-day moving average here in March? Okay, I think we might overshoot the 50-day moving average next week. All right, but it's still held. It's still held. And I think we might overshoot it next week. And then you probably get a little bounce off of that. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for to happen here next week. The other thing I want to point out to you guys is a pattern that I've identified here a while ago. Okay, we identified this a little while ago with regards to a very, very, very large, I'm actually going to bring this up to here, ascending wedge pattern on the SPY. Okay, it's a very large ascending wedge pattern on the SPY. And what I wanted to point out to you guys, and we talked about this, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. About this pattern. Sarah, welcome. Everyone welcome Sarah. We just got Sarah's the newest and greatest member of the TTG family. Sarah, welcome. We now only have 18 laptops left, guys, okay? So just use coupon code TTG121. You'll get the discount. You get the free laptop, Options Palooza, the chance to win 30 grand on Sunday. You guys have access to all those things. Use that coupon code. Everyone welcome Sarah. All right. Now, typically, ascending wedges trigger when you have a break out of the wedge and a drop back inside of it. Oftentimes, this is a triggering pattern for ascending wedges, which if this is true, this is problematic. Okay? If this pattern holds true, and this truly is an ascending wedge break, then that means that we could be looking at a much deeper pullback that can take us back towards, somewhere around 400. Okay, because if we fall out of this wedge, I would expect selling to accelerate to the downside if we fall out of this wedge. Okay, so we're going to be looking at SPY put options, QQQ put options. We'll be looking at UBXY call options, looking at the VIX call options. There's a lot of different ways to take advantage of this type of action. I'll draw it out here on the daily chart so you guys can see it on the daily chart as well. I'll draw this out for you. That was a weekly chart I was showing you before. And this, my friends, is your daily chart. So there's your wedge. Okay, there's your wedge. And as we zoom this in, there's the move, break out of the wedge. And then there's the drop back inside of it. Humberto, everyone welcome Humberto. Everyone welcome Humberto. We now only have 17 laptops left. We now have 17 laptops left. You just got to use coupon code TTG121, guys. All right. Just got to use TTG121. So this is what I'm looking at. All right. This is that ascending wedge pattern on the SPY. We broke out of it, went above it, and then dropped back inside of it. That's typically a bearish pattern. Okay. That is typically a bearish pattern. I'm hoping we get a bounce off this 50-day. And if we get that bounce off the 50-day, that is when I'm going to start to position myself a little bit more aggressively for some SPY options, some put options that'll expire probably at least a couple of months from now. I'm going to start to position myself for a deeper pullback, and I will probably start taking profit in my long-term portfolio as well if we get that bounce off the 50-day moving average. So I will definitely let you guys know. In True Trading Group, we also do long-term portfolio stuff. I always let people know whenever I add a stock in my long-term portfolio. I let you guys know when I sell. It's not just the active trading part. I go over, all that long-term stuff with you as well. But I am at the point now where if I can get a bounce off this 50-day, I think that the markets may have put in a top or are pretty close to putting in a top. If we make new all-time highs from here, I would say that push to the new all-time highs, like let's say we hold the 50-day and we rally back and we go to 460 on the SPY, I'm then going to start to really to start to sell my long-term portfolio. And I'm going to say that could be a potential top in the markets for a little while. So that's what I'm going to be looking for with regards to the SPY. Don't let it scare you, guys. Don't let me saying that scare you. Okay, don't let it scare you. We make money in True Trading Group whether the markets are up, down, left, right, sideways. Okay, and that's why having a professional education is so damn important, so that you guys have the ability to take advantage and actually make money while the market's going down, instead of just staring at your 401ks drift off to oblivion and panic when the markets go down. Instead of panicking when the markets go down, actually profit while the markets go down by means of put options, shorting, by trading UVXY, the VIX. There's a lot of different ways for you guys to be able to benefit from downward action in the markets. And that's why having an education is so damn important, especially during times of intense volatility, which I think this volatility, I do not think is over. I expect the rest of the month of September, and then also going into October, I expect these months to be volatile. So you're going to want to make sure that you have an education so you can benefit from that volatility. Matthew, welcome. Everyone welcome Matthew, newest member. We now only have 16 laptops left. All right, only 16 laptops left. Guys, these laptops are only good until Sunday, so they're not going to last. We'll probably be sold out of these before Sunday. So you guys want to use coupon code TTG121. Use that coupon code. You get the 41% discount. You get a brand new laptop as well. All right. Again, laptop's totally free. We even cover the shipping cost for you. All right. So that's what I'm looking at here, guys, on the SPY. If we break, see, the thing here is what also is very interesting with this chart setup is if you'll notice this blue line is riding the support of the ascending wedge. So this uptrend is a major support level. If we get beneath that, then that is not only a break beneath the ascending wedge, but it is also a break below the 50-day moving average. And that is when you would look for an extended move to the downside that I think could take you down to at least 425. Eva, welcome. Eva, welcome. Everyone, welcome Eva. Eva did not take a laptop. Eva opted for a little bit of a steeper discount. Eva did not take a laptop, so we still have 16 left. Okay, we still have 16 laptops left. Everyone, welcome Eva, newest member to the TTG family. All right, guys, so that's what I'm looking for here with the SPY. I'm getting ready for for more volatility. I'm getting ready for more downside, and I'm going to be positioning myself with put options. I'm going to be looking to take profits in my long-term portfolio here in the next couple of weeks. So, you guys want to make sure that, you're not panicking during these pullbacks. Suzanne, another one. Suzanne, welcome. Suzanne did not take a laptop. So again, still 16 laptops left. Suzanne did not take a laptop. Everybody welcome Suzanne. Everyone welcome Suzanne. All right, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, guys. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So there you have it, folks. That's my take on the overall markets. What's going on? Why are we pulling back? Guys, it's a culmination of a lot of different things. There's a lot of different headlines that are causing anxiety in the markets. First and foremost, September and October are the weakest months of the year historically. So you have what people call seasonal weakness, where September and October are seasonally and historically the weakest time of the year for the markets. For whatever the reason, I don't know. It's just historically. So you have seasonal weakness. You've got the end of earnings season where people think that to maintain this earning growth going into 2022 is going to be very difficult. That there's a slowdown in the economic reopening because of COVID. And they think that, a lot of people are starting to think that's going to be very difficult for these companies to keep up the growth that they saw in 2021, because you had the initial shock of the reopening and you saw a lot of earnings get pulled forward. You saw tremendous earnings growth in 2021. People think 2022 is going to be difficult to keep that up. You also have the lingering of the Fed possibly tapering the asset purchase program, with possibly even an announcement this month. They have a meeting September 21st, 22nd. We'll know the 22nd if they're going to taper. So there's the thoughts of them going to taper this year. Then on top of that, you have inflation, which still will not go away. The inflation numbers are still high. And you're getting more and more CEOs on their conference calls for their earnings conference calls. You have more and more CEOs are saying that they do not believe that the inflation is going to be transitory. You have a lot of CEOs are saying that they think that inflation is here to stay. They think that the Federal Reserve is wrong. If the Federal Reserve does turn out to be wrong, we're in for a rocky road. I'll tell you that right now. If the Fed is wrong, we're in for a rocky road, because that means the Fed is going to have to raise rates early. And you're talking maybe Q2 of 2022 for a rate hike. That would be bad. The markets would not take kindly to a rate hike in Q2 of 2022. Okay, they would not take likely to that. So that's something that you guys have to understand. Like, all of these different factors are coming together, and there just aren't enough positives to move markets higher right now. People are getting a little anxious because the negatives are starting to outweigh the positives. You also had, the administration come out. You had two Senate Democrats say that you have a lot going on with the Biden administration wanting to raise taxes, the corporate tax rate, and the capital gains tax structure. The Biden administration wants to raise all of that. So the markets are like, okay, well, we might be looking at higher taxes in 2022. Now, you also had today two Senate Democrats talking about trying to push a bill through that would tax stock buybacks by 2%. Now, stock buybacks, a lot of companies have benefited greatly from stock buybacks. Shareholders benefit from it. The companies buy their shares back, reduces the size of the float, and makes it easier for these stocks to continue to move higher. If you tax that and you start to tax that money and tell companies, because essentially it's the companies are doing it with their profit. They're like, hey, if I want to buy my stock back, I'm going to buy my stock back. But what they're trying to do now is tax that. I don't know if that's going to actually fly. I think a lot of people kind of see a problem with that, because it's their money. They can do what they want with it, type of thing, if they choose to buy their stock back, but they want to tax it. If that happens, that might cause companies to no longer do those stock buybacks. That could cause more pressure on the overall market. So it's like all of these different topics are starting to just add up to be too much negative headlines. And that's what gave you, I think today was the culmination of that. And I think that there could still be more to come. Stephen, welcome. Everyone welcome Stephen. Stephen also did not take a laptop. So we still have 16 left. We still have 16 left. Steven also did not take the laptop. Guys, remember, if you don't want a laptop and you maybe want a little bit of a steeper discount, text 201-775-9702. Adam is standing by right now. He can help answer any questions that you guys have. All right? Guys, listen, that wraps up kind of the educational side of the live stream. I hope this was helpful. My goal is to educate you guys and provide you with lessons that can help you in your trading and investing journeys. What I'd like to do now, for those that are interested, I'll show you the TeachD platform. I'll show you everything you get included with your membership. Remember, the one-year membership is normally $2,212, but from now until Sunday at midnight, you can save 41%. It brings the price all the way down to just $12.84. That comes out to about $3.50 a day. That's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks a day. I think everybody can scrounge together $3.50 a day. Okay, and the next 16 people to use coupon code TTG121 get that discount on a brand new free laptop. We also cover the shipping costs. Remember, think of TTG as the Netflix of trading communities, because you pay one price, you get access to the core of everything that we have. As a member of True Trading Group, you're getting access to the top premium trading tools and products because you bundle them together as part of your membership. You're going to have access to also Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. It's a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of your chat room, where you'll get news at the same speed at which the professionals get their news from. You cannot be an active trader and rely on delayed news. You'll also get to use QuoteStream's Full Book Level 2, which will show you all the market makers inside of Level 2, not just the ones that are shown on your broker. That also comes with our trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money while you practice implementing what you're learning in the courses. You also get that with real-time data. This is the same simulator that is used at California State University Fullerton, University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. You're also going to get to use the Trade Ideas scanner. Trade Ideas is the industry-leading scanner. You're going to get stocks making new highs, new lows, stocks that have unusual volume, and it is broken down through and segmented through small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So regardless of what you trade, we make sure you're always focused on the best stocks during the day. Then you also have our own proprietary scanner that's got the functionality of FinViz Elite with streaming data from our partners at Quote Media. And you guys can view our presets, create your own scanner settings, save them, and follow along as myself and the rest of our Pro Trader moderators share our scanner setups with you in real time. This also includes the ability to download unlimited analyst ratings on any stock that comes up in the scanner. So you guys see a stock on the scanner, you can click on it, you can download a report that literally will show you what all of the analysts are saying about this stock. How many analysts have a buy rating, how many have a sell rating, how many have a hold rating. You can download unlimited analyst rating reports on the stocks that are on that scanner. That all of this is included free, guys, with your membership. You do not have to pay extra for any of this. Then you will also get our social sentiment scanner. This is a game changer. The social sentiment scanner searches today's top social medias like Reddit's Wall Street Bets, StockTwits, Twitter, and shows you the stocks that are being mentioned and discussed the most, while also showing you the percentage of the float that is short and the size of the float. Are there options on the stock, etc.? So you can make sure that you always are ahead of the game to know what stocks are being talked about most. This used to only be available to the professionals. Now it's at the hands of my TeachD members. John, welcome. Everyone welcome John. Another member chose to not take the free laptop. So we still have 16 left. Everyone welcome John. Welcome John. All right. You're also going to be able to use TradingView's premium charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares in active traders. All right. All of this is free with your membership. You do not have to pay $1 extra for any of these tools. I got to tell you guys, John, Steven, Suzanne, Eva, you guys, I got to tell you, you're signing up for the right reason. I like you guys are not, choosing to not take the laptop. and I know everyone likes free stuff. Sometimes people sign up, not that others are not, right? Not that others are not, but I'm not shaming anyone that signs up and gets a laptop. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is like, we only have 16 laptops left, right? But once we no longer have any laptops left, it's like, oh, I'm not going to join because I'm not going to get a free laptop. Don't join because you're getting a free electronic. Join because you want to get a professional education. Join because you want to give yourself a chance to reach financial goals that you never thought were possible. Listen, trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not easy. You're not going to join True Trading Group and just make $1 million. I'll be the first person to tell you that. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you straight, I tell it how it is. I'm fully transparent about everything. But it's got to start with an education. The secret, everyone always asks me, they're like, oh, Mike, you worked on Wall Street. What's the secret? The secret, it's not a pattern. It's not an indicator. The secret's in education. That's the secret. Norden, welcome. Everyone welcome Norden, another non-laptop taker. Everyone welcome Norden. Norden, newest member of the TTG family. Okay, on top of all these things I'm showing you, you're going to get at least 10 easy-to-follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders sporting over an 83% win rate. We are fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make, so you can always see how you'd be performing if you were following along with all of the trades being called out in chat. Then you also get 2 small private study groups. This is your chance to get individualized attention from a TTG moderator to ask questions, go over lessons and topics that you're struggling with. Then you have the courses. The courses, guys, is a simplified version of the education I received when I worked at the fund. There's beginner and foundation courses for those that are brand new. There's advanced courses for those that are more experienced. There's also courses on options, swing trading, crypto, trader psychology. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. All right. Then on top of that, you've got our video library. The video library has over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we conduct live. We then record them, load them to the library so you can go back and watch them later. Some of those are like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, the Options Palooza workshop tomorrow. That's going to be recorded, loaded up into the video library. And then, of course, you guys have access to our chat room where you can private message any of the moderators to ask them questions during the day. We share our screen with you during the day. We're live on the microphone calling out trades in real time. Guys, listen, the price of our membership is going to be walked up by a couple of bucks every day until we bring that membership back to over $2,000. We have to. All of these tools and resources that are on the site, that are on our platform, they cost a lot of money for us as a company to have them on the platform. The charting software, the scanner, trade ideas, the social sentiment scanner, Quote Media's level 2. All of these things cost money. Getting all those analyst ratings and reports for you to download, that stuff costs us a lot of money. Having all the crypto data, the crypto scanners now too. That's why we have to continuously keep raising our price. We do not ever ask our current members to pay more. Once you join True Trading Group, that is it. You are securing that price for life. So let's say you paid $12.84 tonight. Next year, your membership renews and our membership is $2,500. You will not pay $2,500 to renew. You will only pay $12.84. The price you pay is the price you pay for life. Okay. But even over at $2,000, the value you're getting at a membership is insane, especially at $12.84. Let me put this into perspective. So for anyone that thinks that this is expensive, listen, I know $12.84, it's not a small amount of money, but for what you get, it actually is a very small amount of money for what you get. And let me explain to you why. That Benzinga newsfeed, let's say you didn't want to join True Trading Group, but you just wanted a real-time newsfeed so you can act faster when news comes out. Benzinga charges $1,400 a year for that newsfeed. It is free and included with your membership to True Trading Group, and you can join TTG now for $12.84. That's how much value you're getting in True Trading Group. Quote Media is $990 a year for that data with the level 2. The simulator is $300 a year. And TradingView's charts is $600 a year. Just those 4 things would cost you $3,200 a year. I didn't even talk about the courses, which is a simplified version of what I learned working at a fund in New York. What's the value of a professional Wall Street education? I didn't even talk about the social sentiment scanner, the trade idea scanner, our own proprietary scanner, the video library, the small private study groups, one-on-one mentor sessions, right? I didn't even talk about any of those things. This is what I mean by the value you're getting at 1284 is insane. Our goal is to disrupt this entire industry. And in order to do that, we need to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. Like I said, this comes out to just around $3.50 a day. We are also 5-star rated on Trustpilot, folks. I encourage you all to go read those reviews on Trustpilot. Well over 1,300 people have taken the time out of their day to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. There's no better referral than one from your peers. That's why I ask our members to answer these questions when you guys have them. It means more for people to answer your questions than it does for me to answer your questions. Okay. And then guys, don't forget you have that money back guarantee. I stand behind this program. I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not just sitting here. I'm not up here just all talk. Results matter, especially when you are paying for an education to become profitable at something. Results matter. So again, if you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend just one private study group, that is all I ask for you to do. Do those 3 things. If you still don't make your membership fee back at least once during your membership, I will give you a full refund. I will give you all of your money back. Everything I'm telling you, it's on the website. You know, you're getting exactly what I'm saying to you here. That is how much I believe with a little bit of effort, this can work for you. And that's because well over 80% of our members are successful. They're making money. They're becoming better traders. And if that was not the case, if all my members were losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you money back guarantee. It's just that simple. So again, guys, use coupon code TTG121. Okay. Use that coupon code. You'll get the 41% discount, a brand new laptop. You'll be able to attend Options Palooza, and you'll have a chance at winning $30,000 on Sunday. If you guys are not interested in the laptop, you don't want one, you don't need one, whatever the case may be, and you'd like maybe a steeper discount on the membership, you can send a text message right now to 201-775-9702. The phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen. You guys can send a message to that number right now, and Adam will be more than happy to help you. Adam is also available all weekend, guys. So if you're watching this live later after the fact, if you're watching this later tonight or you're watching it on Saturday or Sunday morning, Adam is available on the weekend. You can send him a text message to that number right now as you guys are watching this video, and he can help you. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. Excellent live stream. I love you all. Welcome to all of our new family members. Welcome to all of our new viewers as well. I know we've got a lot of new viewers here that joined from Matt's community too. Welcome all. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Kenneth, everyone welcome Kenneth, another non-laptop taker. That means we still have 16 laptops left. You guys can jump on them. Either use that coupon code or send a text message to that phone number. And I'll see you guys all this Sunday. Well, actually, if you're a member now, you guys can head on over tomorrow to join Options Palooza. Otherwise, I'll see you Sunday night right here, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live on this YouTube channel. I'm giving away $30,000. I can't wait. See you guys later. Oh, all of our STR members, if you are a Sniper Trading Robot member, if you are an STR member, the chat is open all weekend, folks, for you guys to talk shop, talk crypto, talk stocks, talk overall markets, talk some who's going to win on Sunday, the Tesla, $30,000, whatever it is. But all of our STR members, you guys, chat room's open all weekend. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. Have a great night.